Clayton Fothery was born on December 19, 2001. He was a normal, happy, and thriving baby.
He would wake up from, I think it was only just he was a couple months old, and when he would wake up from his naps, he would just be smiling and giggling. And he just had the greatest demeanor. The only time he cried was if he was hungry and we hadn't gotten to him fast enough. That was really it. He was just so happy, so easy, so chubbly, so cute. Really a good spirit about him. And he was just perfection.
But this fairy tale childhood ended when, at the age of almost 6 months, Clayton came down with the most serious form of epilepsy, called Lennox-Gastaut. Clayton's seizures were occurring one after the other, and he was quickly going downhill.
We would sit there and negotiate with God and say, God, just please let him sleep 5 minutes. Give him 5 minutes of sleep between these seizures. And he would have a seizure after 3 minutes. Okay, God, give him 2 minutes of sleep. We were just negotiating for every minute that he could sleep so that somehow he could kind of gain the strength to fight off more seizures. But it just wasn't happening.
Eventually, Clayton spiraled down into a vegetative state, lifeless, and even unable to eat.
There was probably a period of about 16 months where Ozzy and I never once heard his voice. He never made a noise. He never expressed joy or pain or sorrow or discomfort, and that was hard because it was such a stark contrast from who he was. And we just wanted to get him back.
Desperate to return their baby to health, George and Azita first tried all the traditional methods of treatment, but with no results. Then they turned to alternative remedies, but to no avail. Eventually, the Fotherys turned to embryonic stem cells. Miraculously, Clayton showed much improvement after the first stem cell treatment.
We saw not only that the frequency of the seizures were reduced, but also the types of seizures were reduced. And as we saw the seizure reduction, we also saw that his muscles in his body were becoming stronger. Within just a few weeks, we saw that he got neck control.
And as of January 1st, 2005, Clayton was seizure-free, and he became responsive to his world.
For 2 years, he had no emotion, no reaction, no sound. He was completely silent. Just about a month ago, he got his tickle back. I was playing with him and I was tickling his stomach and he started laughing. And I just about died.
3 years ago, Clayton couldn't hold up his head or even eat, and now he was walking.
A few months ago, Ozzy and I went to his back to school night. It was in late September, and he decided that night that he was going to start walking. And so up until that point, he would like to stand, and you would have to hold on to his hands, and if you let go, he would, he'd fall, or you'd have to catch him. And that night, I let go, and he took 15 steps.
While this might not seem like a lot, for a child like Clayton, this is astonishing.
We went from a child who you could bang 2 pots in his ear and he wouldn't move, a child who had approximately 2 months to live because he couldn't eat, a child who did not respond to anything, to a child that you see today is actually walking on his own and laughing and enjoying life.
He loves giving kisses now. He just loves to smother you with hugs and kisses and just wants to show you how much he appreciates you. I'm 100% convinced that the stem cells have transformed Clayton. I'm 100% convinced because we have tried all of the Main Street treatments and they all failed him.
What we did pray for and what we did want for Clayton is that he would be able to experience joy, right? Whether or not he had seizures his whole life, whether developmentally he didn't, progress to a normal stage, we wanted Clayton to be able to experience joy. And so when he started smiling again, that's all we wanted, and we got it.